Moving upwards, this is beneath the first heaven, whether it is the first heaven, second heaven, third heaven, fourth heaven, fifth heaven, sixth heaven, seventh heaven, and the malaika of all these heavens, from the earth right up till the arsh of Allah, everything is dead. Nothing benefits, nothing harms, nothing lives, nothing dies, nothing moves, nothing stops moving except with the qudrat and the power of one Allah. This entire creation, لا يملكون لأنفسهم ضرا ولا نفعا ولا يملكون موتا ولا حياة ولا نشورا. It cannot benefit, it cannot harm, it cannot live, it cannot die, it cannot be resurrected except through the qudrat and the power of one Allah. One Allah alone is the doer. Allah is Mudabbir, the arranger and the decreer of every affair. Yudabbirul amra minas samai ilal ard. From the heavens to the earth, the arranger and decreer of every affair is only one Allah. Mudabbir is Allah. Mudabbir bila mu'in. Mudabbir bila mushir. Mudabbir bila wazir. Mudabbir bila zahir. Mudabbir bila mathil. Allah is the arranger. There is no advisor with Allah. There is no minister with Allah. There is no helper with Allah. There is no similitude with Allah. There is no equal with Allah. He is alone. He does not beget, nor was he begotten. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Lam yattakhid sahibata wala walada. Allah does not have wives. Allah does not have children. Allah is not dependent on anyone. He is alone. Ahad, one. Samad, totally independent. La yasta'inu bi shay. Allah does not take help from anything. La yahtaju ila shay. Allah is not dependent on anything. La yakhfa alayhi shay. Nothing is hidden from Allah. La yanfa'uhu shay. Nothing benefits Allah. La yadurruhu shay. Nothing harms Allah. La yaghlibuhu shay. Nothing overpowers Allah. Supreme, sole controller of the heavens and the earth, and in controlling all this, ma kana rabbuka nasiya. Allah does not forget anything. La ya'uduhu hifdhuhuma. The protection of the heavens and the earth does not tire Allah. La ta'khudhuhu sinatu wala nawm. Allah never sleeps. Allah never dozes off. La tahsabanna Allah ghafila. Allah is not inattentive for 1 second to any of His creation. Such a hakim, such a ruler who is controlling everything and aware of everything at any given moment. La yushghiluhu azimu sultanihi min tiri sultanihi. In the controlling of the huge creation, in listening to the huge creations, Allah does not become inattentive to the smaller creations. In listening to the malaika, Allah does not become inattentive to insan. In listening to insan, Allah does not become inattentive to the animals. In listening to the animals, Allah does not become inattentive to the birds. In listening to the birds, Allah does not become inattentive to the insects. That Allah who is controlling Jibreel is the same Allah who is controlling the tiny ant. That Allah who is protecting Mount Everest is the same Allah that is protecting the grain of sand. That Allah that is controlling the wind of the hurricane is the same Allah that is controlling the wind that is coming out of your fan. وَهُوَ الَّذِي فِي السَّمَاءِ إِلَهٌ وَفِي الْأَرْضِ إِلَهٌ. He is the Ilah of the heavens. He is the Ilah of this earth. Everything belongs to Him. هُوَ الَّذِي سَخَّرَ الْبَحْرَ. The seas belong to Allah. سَخَّرَ لَكُمُ الْأَنْهَارِ. The rivers belong to Allah. وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَحَاهَا. The earth belongs to Allah. أَخْرَجَ مِنْهَا مَاءَهَا وَمَرْعَاهَا. The waters belong to Allah. The crops and the grains belong to Allah. وَالسَّحَابِ الْمُسَخَّرِ. The clouds belong to Allah. Such huge clouds hanging, suspended between the heavens and the earth. What is holding it up? It is said cumulonimbus is the name of one rain cloud. which contains 300 million tons of water. The entire Niagara Fall, while we are sleeping, is floating above your home. You are totally secure and unharmed. وَالسَّحَابِ الْمُسَخَّرِ, the cloud that is suspended between the heavens and the earth belongs to Allah. Everything around us belongs to Allah. The rainwaters belong to Allah. Alam tara anna Allah yuzji sahaban ثم يؤلف بينه ثم يجعله ركاما فترى الودق يخرج من خلاله. Why don't you see how Allah gathers the clouds together, makes them a clump, and then from in between them Allah Ta'ala brings down the rainwaters. It is said the lowest cloud is 1200 meters above the earth. An object the size of a rain droplet, if dropped from that height, when it reaches the earth, should be traveling at the speed of 558 kilometers an hour. Like bricks falling on your heads. Yet nizam of rububiyyat of Allah. Allah is Rabb. Allah Ta'ala has made that rain droplet in such a shape that friction between it and the atmosphere occurs, so that by the time that droplet of rainwater reaches the earth, it is not traveling at 558 kilometers an hour, but it is traveling at 8 to 10 kilometers an hour. One water, it goes into the mouth of the cow, it becomes milk. It goes into the mouth of the snake, it becomes poison. Goes into the mouth of the scorpion, it becomes poison. Goes into the mouth of the bee, it becomes honey. Goes into the mouth of the deer, it becomes musk. Goes into the mouth of the silkworm, it becomes silk. Goes into the mouth of insan, it quenches its thirst. One water, no color, no taste, no smell. The sand, no taste, no smell. The seed is put into the ground, and Allah from above His arsh makes the mango sweet, makes the karela bitter, makes the carrot hard and sweet, makes the watermelon red. مَا كَانَ لَكُمْ أَن تُنْبِتُوا شَجَرَهَا. Does anyone else have this power? Allah is asking, أَفَرَأَيْتُمْ مَا تَحْرُثُونَ أَأَنْتُمْ تَزْرَعُونَهُ أَمْ نَحْنُ الزَّارِعُونَ. Why don't you look at the crops that you are cultivating? Are you causing it to grow? Are we causing it to grow? إِنَّ اللَّهَ فَالِقُ الْحَبِّ وَالنَّوَىٰ. It is Allah that splits the seed. It is Allah that brings that sprout forth. أَإِلَهُمْ مَعَ اللَّهِ. Allah is asking, is there any other ilah besides you, Allah? Is there anyone else that is doing this for you? And then Allah complains, بَلْ هُمْ قَوْمٌ يَعْدِلُونَ. They ascribe partners with their Allah. How many places in the Quran Allah speaks of the injustice of this insan? Around him are countless invitations towards the qudrat of Allah. Around him are an indication of the countless bounties of Allah. Yet instead of handing himself over to Allah, he turns away from his Allah. Allah calls out, بَلْ هُمْ قَوْمٌ يَعْدِلُونَ قَلِيلًا مَا تَذَكَّرُونَ تَعَالَى اللَّهُ عَمَّا يُشْرِكُونَ قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ أَنَّا تُؤْفَكُونَ أَنَّا يُؤْفَكُونَ أَنَّا تُصْرَفُونَ أَنَّا يُصْرَفُونَ. O insan, O my banda, O my slave, whom are you turning to? Why have you forsaken your Allah? Why are you ascribing partners with your Allah? Why has your love turned away from Allah? Why is your allegiance on others besides Allah? Allah calls out, Ya ayyuhal insan, ma gharraka bi rabbikal kareem. O insan, O my banda, O my slave, what has put you into a deception about your Allah? Who is Kareem? Who is generous? Who is kind? الذي خلقك فسواك فعدلك في أي سورة ما شاء ركبك. That Allah who created you, that Allah who fashioned you, that Allah who protected you, that Allah who brought you forth, that Allah who endowed you with all these faculties that you have. Why have you forgotten your Allah? Why have you forgotten your Allah?